Good afternoon. Here is the midday news on OGBC. My name is Titilope Awobajo. First, the major items. President Tinubu withholds bill extending retirement age of legislative officers. Southern governors are reiterating commitment to collaborating with traditional rulers. China has pledged support to Iran against external forces. President Bola Tinubu has withheld his assent to the controversial bill seeking to extend the retirement age of legislative officers to 65 years or 40 years of service. The president's decision was contained in a letter to the Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio. President Tinubu did not give details but explained that he invoked powers vested in him by the 1999 Constitution to withhold assent. He also urged lawmakers to receive his decision with understanding. The bill, known as the Harmonized Retirement Age Bill for Legislative Officers of the National Assembly, proposes retirement at 65 years, up from 60 or after 40 years of service instead of the current 35 years. Senator Akpabio read the letter in the chamber after lawmakers reconvened from their 8-week annual recess. In the meantime, the leader of the Red Chamber, Senator Godswill Akpabio, has expressed concerns about the rising cost of living and market instability in their country. In his welcome speech to lawmakers returning from recess, and assured that the National Assembly is fully aware of the economic facing Nigerians. Senator Akpabio emphasized that lawmakers have a responsibility to address the nation's challenges urgency and compassion, urging lawmakers to work together. Said lawmakers will leave no stone unturned to put the country on the right track. He informed that the recess was an opportunity for lawmakers to connect with constituents and instill hope for better days. Southern governors will continue to work with traditional rulers to foster peace and unity in the region. The Ogun State Prince Dapo Abiodun made this known during a meeting with members of the Technical Committee of the Southern Nigeria Traditional Rulers Council at his office in Abeokuta. He emphasized the vital role traditional rulers play in promoting peace, preserving cultural heritage, and fostering collaboration. Governor Abiodun also appreciated President Bola Tinubu's bold steps to reposition the nation's economy, citing the ongoing construction of the Lagos-Calabar Coastline Road. In a remark, the co-chairman, King Jaja of Opobo, Dr. Dandison Douglas Jaja, echoed Mr. Governor's sentiments, stressing the council's aim to foster unity among the people of southern Nigeria and work for the betterment of the whole nation. Also present at the meeting was the Olu and paramount ruler of Yewa land and chairman Ogun State Council of Obas, Oba Kende Olugbende, who lent his support, collaboration, and regional development. Nigeria's First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has made a passionate appeal for international assistance in rolling out a climate-friendly school meal program aimed at boosting school enrollment, particularly for vulnerable children. She made the appeal at a roundtable lunch put together by the Organization of African First Ladies for Development, OFLAD, in partnership with the Rockefeller Foundation on the sideline of the 78th United Nations General Assembly UNGA. The First Lady emphasized Nigeria's need for support to implement the sustainable meal programs in schools. According to Senator Tinubu, children from the north who are affected by desertification and flooding will be top on the list. Nigeria is beating a meeting led by Angola. He stressed Nigeria's solidarity with OACPS members in tracking global challenges. According to Senator Shetima, democracy, diaspora engagement, and development are top priorities for the adding that Nigeria remains a key player in the organization. You are listening to the midday news on OGBC 90.5 FM. China's top diplomat has pledged to support Iran in safeguarding its security against external forces in a meeting with the country's new president in New York. Beijing Foreign Minister Mr. Wang Yi met President Masoud Pezeshkian on the sidelines of the annual United Nations General Assembly, where he informed that Israel launched more strikes against its ally Hezbollah in Lebanon. Iran, regarded by Israel as its arch-enemy, is an influential player in the Middle East, supporting armed groups in the region, including Hamas in Gaza and Hezbollah in Lebanon. China and Iran have often faced Western pressure in the form of sanctions, most recently because of their stance on Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Lebanese media this midweek reported that Israeli warplanes pounded villages in South Lebanon for a third day, while Israel intercepted a missile fired after sirens sounded early morning in Tel Aviv. Officials informed that hundreds of thousands of civilians have fled their homes in the south this week to avoid fighting between Hezbollah and Israel, according to the Lebanon's official national news. Israeli warplanes launched raids on multiple towns in the south, adding that casualties were reported from other strikes overnight. However, the United Nations Security Council said it will hold an emergency meeting on the crisis in New York this midweek, while UN Secretary General Mr. Antonio Guterres warned that the situation was critical. Republican presidential candidate Mr. Donald Trump has claimed big threats on his life after his U.S. intelligence briefing on alleged threats from Iran to assassinate him. The former United States president, who let this out on his Truth Social platform this Wednesday, informed that the entire U.S. military is watching and waiting. His campaign spokesman, Mr. Stephen Chuang, on Tuesday said the former president was warned by the Office of the Director of National Intelligence regarding real and specific threats from Iran to assassinate him in an effort to destabilize and sow chaos in the United States. Indian administered Kashmir is holding a second round of voting in elections to elect a regional government. Kashmirs lined up outside polling stations this Wednesday to vote in the first local government election since New Delhi scrapped the semi-autonomous status of the disputed Himalayan territory in 2019. Authorities noted that security was high as the region's 8.7 million registered voters for the second round and that polling stations opened in the early hours of Wednesday. Rafael Varane has announced his retirement from football in the new year. Good governance is a reflection of good citizenry. Renew your commitment to being a patriotic Nigerian. To end the media news, another President Bola Tinubu wants lawmakers to understand that for withholding his assent to the controversial bill to extend the retirement age of legislative officers. Speaking at a meeting with members of the technical committee of the Southern Nigeria Traditional Ruler Councils in Abeokuta, Governor Dapo Abiodun of Ogun says Southern governors will continue to work to foster peace and unity in the region. You also heard that China's top diplomat has pledged to support Iran in safeguarding its security against external forces in a meeting with the country's new president in New York. The media news was edited by Akim Solomon and broadcast from OGBC, Abeokuta, and the latest news updates. Visit our website, Ogun Radio Abeokuta, and on X handle at OGBC Live FM.